Kajol, moment of truth, this film that's sort of been in the making for 3 years and this now what, like just barely a few weeks left. Just what is this time like? Is it full of just excitement, anticipation?
I think it's hectic more than anything else. Hectic, a little nervous maybe.
Yeah.
I think Karan's very nervous, so I think it kind of translates to everybody else being a little jittery. But I think we're all just looking forward to, putting it all out there.
How special is this film to you personally?
It's a very, very special film to me because, for one, it's Karan's and it's special to him. I think more than anything else, it's something that he's taking a completely different step on. It's something beyond everything else that he's made so far. So I think for all of us, it's a little bit of a leap in the dark.
Are you worried at all? I mean, again, your greatest hits have been with this particular team. This complete change of pace, do you think audiences are really looking forward to embrace it? Or somewhere are you just a little sort of concerned that they're going to be looking for, that song, that dance?
I think that everybody just is, in today's time, looking for a good film.
Yeah.
I really do. Unfortunately for us, it's not about the song and dance anymore. I mean, it's great that, when you have that perfect commercial hit, quote. But I think films that are not in the conventional sense are also doing very, very well. So, I mean, I think it's great. It's a great time for cinema right now, and I think it's the perfect time for Khan.
So, when Karan first came to you with Khan, and I've been wanting to ask you this for a while, but you have been refusing to answer questions on Khan, so I'm going to take shameless advantage right now. What was the hook for you? Was it the journey? Was it the backdrop? Was it the romance between Rizwan and Mandira? I
think more than anything else, it was the character, it was the script, it was the scenes, it was the way it was all put together. I always believe that. I believe that it's, the way the script comes together that actually decides how the film will eventually shape up. It's like when you read a book and in your head there's like there's like a film going on in your head when you're reading that book. So I think when you read a script, it's something like that. And I could see Mandira actually coming alive in front of me. You could imagine, okay, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'll twist it like this, I'll shape it like that. So I think that's what excites you and makes you want to do a film.
When certain teams come together, there is a certain magic, almost an alchemy that happens. And it certainly happened in the past with Karan, Shahrukh and you. What is it, do you think?
I've never sat down and analyzed it. I truly haven't. I think it's the fact that we can honestly talk to each other because we're friends, and you can actually say that, this is not working. Regardless of whether you've written it or I've written it or I've acted in it and, we've both worked on it, it's just not working. I think the fact that you can turn around and say that to the person opposite you, I think that honesty just makes you want to work harder, and you realize that it's coming from a good place. You're not taking it in the wrong sense. I think that's where it works.
Shahrukh had actually said again much that. He said that, because when I interviewed him, I asked him, I said, what is it? And he said he thinks that both of you are always so concerned about each other's shot and the performance that both of you are giving. In the same breath, he also mentioned certain scenes where he thought that you particularly stood out. He mentioned in particular this one scene where I think he's pretending not to look at you and you suddenly catch him looking at you, and he said, your expression at that point just says so much. He says it's his favorite expression in the film.
I haven't seen all that much that he's seen, by the way.
You've not seen only?
I haven't seen it. I haven't seen the film. I've seen the trailers. I've seen exactly what you've seen. So I haven't seen much of the film.
Are you not dying of curiosity?
I am, but I really much prefer to watch a film in its entirety so that I'm able to judge it with some sort of a clear head. I feel that when you keep watching bits and pieces of it, you tend to become completely subjective. Oh, that was a very nice shot, why isn't that there? It tends to go through your mind quite a bit. So I really prefer to watch the first copy and say that, okay, now, I think the film is here and I think the film is this, and maybe I could have done this better, and maybe I would have done that better.
Tuba.com